Hey, today I might have evidence that Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox. We'll discuss the latest major order, and another moderator has recently warned users for requesting voice chat. Yeah, surprising. Plus, there's much more to cover. If you enjoyed the video at any point, please give it a thumbs up by tapping the like button below. We'll talk about the latest rumor that might not be a rumor after all. I recently brought up a discussion about Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox Game Pass in a previous video. If we head over to Google, type in Xbox News, scroll down until you see Xbox Wired, which will lead you to an official Microsoft site. Now we'll change the URL at the end and type tag/Helldivers-2 and enter. We of course see a blank page, which might not mean anything since it's just a blank page, but let's change the top URL to a different game. That is a PlayStation only game, like God of War. We'll now type God-of-War and enter. We now have an error page that says, oops, that page cannot be found. You can decide what this means, but it seems like Helldivers 2 on Xbox is definitely a possibility. And to give further proof about this, let's type down a game like Destiny 2. What happens then? Well, what do you know? We'll get some results about Destiny. So, again, it seems like the rumors might not be rumors after all, and I'm totally for it. Just like in one of my previous videos, I'd like to see everyone win here. This will be a huge deal for Arrowhead, and even us, because we'll see more players on these planets, which is just going to be totally cool to see. I know there's a majority out there who totally dislike the idea of a game like Helldivers, making its way over to Xbox, yet it doesn't make sense to me because we could see some interesting crossovers that were not possible before. Now, enough with what I think. Are you against it, or are you for this? Moving forward, we have received a new major order, and it will be on the Automaton side once more, which is great to see. The message for this order states, with the Automaton forces in disarray, the opportunity has come to liberate the territories the Automaton illegally occupy. Time is of the essence. The Automaton defenses will recover in short order. We must press the advantage now. Assaults on our defensive line is to reconnect their forces are expected. If the line is broken, the Automaton defenses will immediately recover and our opportunity will dissipate. Okay, originally before this major order came up, I had anticipated we would be on the Terminate side. Thankfully, that's not the case, and we are back on the Automaton side. I'm relieved because it would have been disappointing and wasteful if we had a major order for the Terminates instead of the Automatons, because, of all the work we did previously in the last MMO. Now, on the other hand, for this major order, we must liberate Karen Prime, Charbel, and Choipasai. And that's only 3 planets. This major order seems manageable and not too difficult, especially considering our recent success with the last MMO. We have 2 days to complete this one, and I believe we can finish it within a day and a half. The favorable planet as of right now is Karen Prime. However, as great as this major order is, I'd like to see more choices in these MMOs. For example, how we had the choice between saving the kids or acquiring the anti-tank mines, which was a cool addition because it was more of a moral choice. And I'm a fan of Fallout. To see the choice between doing something good or selfish in Helldivers 2 was awesome to see. And it was like a collective thing together, like we all kind of figured it out. Continuing forward, it appears that a moderator in the official Helldivers 2 Discord has been issuing warnings to players inquiring about voice chat. A member of my Discord was warned after posting a question about voice chat, and you can see here in this Reddit post by Ficorax that said, the official Helldivers 2 Discord has no VC in the Discord server. I got warned last time, so I reworded my message and got warned again. The post here was removed due to Reddit rules, which is understandable, and that's why you cannot see the image. However, receiving a warning for simply asking about or requesting voice chat in the Discord is just unprofessional, and a player in the Helldivers 2 Discord commented this and said, "What an odd interaction, warning for doing nothing wrong because they care." To which the moderator replied, "Is it wrong to care about users and rules? Not to mention I did ask other mods and it was considered borderline joke. So I think it's best to let you guys know before crossing that line because there is no going back after that." The member responded with, "Warning people for doing nothing wrong and then getting defensive when they say okay is a good way to get people to not want to talk at all around you." This right here is not the first instance of a Helldivers 2 moderator misusing their mod powers. as there was a previous incident where a moderator became upset about players using vomit emojis on furry art and banned a user as a result. Now, to kind of go backwards here and talk about the situation previously with the moderator, getting a bit aggressive and giving players warnings about asking for voice chat, well, Baskinator responded to this, and there is some good news because she said this and said, yeah, this isn't the policy. Sorry about this, and we'll deal with this one. With that, I'd like to know your thoughts on this and how some of the moderators as of late have gone completely out of control. Post your response in the comments below. Anyway, setting that aside, let's talk about the next update. I previously mentioned that the developers are planning to fix these scopes, and the update is expected to arrive sometime in September for that issue specifically. So if you have missed out on the previous video, here's the exact screenshot where the developer states, ETA roughly for September. Now, a player asked Shams Georgiani, the CEO, about the next update. Here's the exact question. At Pilistad and Shams Georgiani, I hit level 150 last night and unlocked maxed out everything again. Should I take a break and go touch grass, or will there be an update with more unlocks and progressions added soon? The CEO replied with, touch grass, there will be an update with more fun stuff coming up. I'd say it will be a bit before we see anything huge come into the game due to several factors, not just because the CEO said touch grass. We know that the developers are not expected to be back at full size until sometime in August, and while there are or is a skeleton crew remaining or working, that doesn't mean everything is in full gear, right? There's also the social media that is currently being reworked, and who knows if that will arrive prior to the big patch, or will it be included in the big patch? So who knows, but I think the next patch is going to arrive sometime in August, or maybe it's sometime in September after all with the scope bug. I honestly couldn't tell you, but this is what we know so far. Also, there appears to be rumors circulating that Arrowhead Game Studios is firing their employees left and right. The creative director Pilistad posted this and said, so I've heard rumors of mass firings on Facebook. Does anybody have more info? Love to know what's going on in my company, LOL. I replied to this post and said, I did not expect the Automatons to use Facebook. So apparently rumors are flying around, and if you have seen anything, and I mean anything about mass firings, especially on Facebook, ignore it. And with all that information being said, this is your Helldivers 2 news. We're now going to talk about the top 3 comments from the previous video. If you guys would like to be featured on the channel, all you have to do is comment down below. The first comment is by SPH 1988. Thoracic collision exultation maneuver. We're finally getting our chest bump emote. The next question is by Luke Mihalik 370. They messed up or acting like they messed up while also generating curiosity. And last but not least, we have Brian Cutler 2449. Fire themed armor being called the Salamander. Love the reference, which is a 40k reference. And there's the top 3 comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.